Hello!
Hello! And welcome.
Welcome.
I'm Dan.
I'm Dudley.
And welcome to Deaf and Dumb.
What?
Deaf and Dumb.
What?
Huh?
Oh.
Oh.
What?
You know, this little podcast we've been doing for 19 weeks now.
Yeah.
As I drink my sweet tea.
Mm-hmm. Not water today.
Yeah, I've been told you should drink room temperature water before you
Room temperature?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been doing that raw.
Before you utilize your voice a lot.
Oh, really?
But my voice is terrible anyway.
I don't know about that.
So
I drink cold water. I don't know if that's good
I
or bad.
prefer my water to be cool.
I want tepid water.
Tepid. Ew. Ew. That sounds gross.
I want lukewarm water.
Why is it lukewarm? Who's Luke?
I don't know.
And why is it Luke? Why is it his warm?
Yeah, I don't know where the lukewarm thing comes out.
I don't know.
All right.
We're recording this early.
Yes, a little bit.
Normally we record the Sunday before we record on Sunday. It goes live on Monday.
Yeah.
It is currently Thursday.
Yes, so we're a little early.
We're a little early because we leave for vacation
Tomorrow.
And we will be gone for a week.
We won't have access to our equipment. So
yeah. Well, we won't. We will be somewhere without internet, or at least Wi-Fi, and we'll have it on our phones. But
yeah, so we're pre-recording a little earlier.
I mean, we've always pre-recorded. We don't do our show live. I mean, it'd be cool if we did.
Yeah. We're just not quite set up to do that.
No, not really.
But yeah, so hopefully nothing interesting happens in the gaming news on
weekend.
Friday or Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
And
we
miss it.
like something major announces and we're going to sound like a bunch of idiots because we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're going to continue talking about E3 stuff.
Yeah, we still have a lot of E3 stuff to go through. And it's been a long week. Yeah. Even though it's Thursday, it still feels like a long week.
Mm-hmm. Much needed vacation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Much needed.
But yeah. So, did you play anything this week?
No,
We're terrible gamers.
I updated Fallout 4.
I haven't even done that.
I downloaded the updates for it, so I have Contraption.
Yeah.
But I haven't loaded it.
I haven't even updated it
on
yet.
3 different occasions, I was going to load up Dark Souls 3, and then I was going to load up Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
And I just haven't done it. With trying to get ready for vacation, and we've been working a lot lately. It's just not. I just haven't had time. Though we will be getting a lot of not video games, but board gaming throughout the beach.
Yes, I'm excited about that. That's one thing I enjoy. We go and spend a week at the beach. We get a beach house. And
when we can. Yeah,
we go out and we day by day we play on the beach or whatever. And in the evenings we usually play board games,
play board games,
and play games, and it's fun.
We'll bring a whole stack of them. We'll fill up a trunk of games, and some of our friends will bring their games, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
The 3 games I know I want to play. Well, I already talked to you earlier. I want to play Junta.
Yeah, Juntas.
Yeah,
which
is a little Banana Republic.
Viva la Revolution.
Yeah, game. It is a lot of fun. So maybe we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. But I'm gonna run a one-shot D&D game.
Yeah.
On Saturday is the plan. We'll have a bunch of our friends out, and our buddy Graham will be there. Our buddy Josh
will be there, and our buddy
brother,
Trey.
our brother Trey, and
the brother Robert,
and our brother Robert. He is still OB.
Yeah. All the B's will be there,
and so. So I'm to be honest, I have the basic outline of a story. I haven't put together.
Just
wing it.
Wing it.
Yeah, that's the way you've always been. As a
DM.
Yeah,
I'm definitely.
Have you ever planned anything before you sat down at a DM as a DM on a table?
No, hardly ever.
Well, you always ran Paranoia games.
The only games I ever ran were Paranoia.
Yeah.
And I did do some very brief sessions of other stuff, but they didn't really go anywhere. But I always ran Paranoia, and I like the ability in Paranoia. Paranoia is a game where it's setting up kind of dystopian future where everything is Big Brother, and there's everything watching you.
Well,
and there's like
less Big Brother and more like Overlord AI supercomputer thing.
Yeah, there's a supercomputer, and then there's like this whole bureaucracy.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of fun. You ran it surprisingly well.
Yeah, and I made it up completely on the spot.
Yeah,
I had a end game.
Yeah,
and that was it. And there's this whole cloning death mechanic in the game.
You get a 6-pack
where you get a 6-pack of clones. Yeah. So every time you die, you get popped out another clone.
But sometimes they're not always right.
Yeah,
in the game, it's a game where
that was something I kind of. It suggested that in the book, so you could add deformity, and so I just kind of took that and kind of ran with it.
Okay,
but it's very freeform. There's basically the game book says here are some rules for suggestion, but really just do what you want.
Well, I mean that's kind of true of most DM games. Well, but that game is very fluid. And also one of my favorite things about that game is that it outright says it is illegal to be in a secret organization, and it's illegal to be a mutant. And almost everyone, and when you make a character, you roll a thing. It determines what secret society you're in and what your mutant power is, if you know what it is.
Yeah.
I had a mutant power and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then I think I was I had Matter Eater as a mutant power, and I didn't know. Yeah. I don't know how I don't know about that. But.
Well, it was there's a whole system where it's just like I would just play. Okay, just roll dice, and you get this stuff randomly. Yeah. And it charts and stuff and D20s you roll, and then I did whether you knew you had it or just flip a coin, and you and you're like okay. And when I set up and when I met with everyone individually, and we made their character, the pre-interview, the briefing, and then we would do the whole thing, and then there was a debriefing, and then it was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
The game I did was fantastic because it started out everyone was their second clone, so you were your number 2. Everyone you had all died in a mission, and you were all cloned.
We had all failed,
and then so basically, and then the rest of the game was just I was just dicking around with y'all while y'all were just trying to do files. I don't even remember what it was now, but the big twist was that when you got. Once we got to the end, it was a one shot. Once you got to the end, you were where you were trying to get, and you were there. And down the hall, coming from the other direction, was your primes, the first, who turns out didn't actually die.
There was a glitch, and we all got our clones got spit out.
There was a misinformation, so everyone got cloned again. Yeah, and so there was this just big fight between you and y'all both. I had both of y'all play your original and yourself, and so y'all were fighting each other, and it was brilliant. And it's funny because not all the second or third or fourth, because some of y'all had died again multiple times, including Graham. Graham had to leave early, so he just died and was just not in the game anymore. And so his prime shows up again, and just like there, and so Graham was alive again because his prime was there, and he was just like, I don't have anyone to fight. It's fine.
It's cool.
Whatever. Cool. And so some of y'all. Or second clones lived, and some of y'all didn't. And I just enjoyed.
I remember us being like we were supposed to be given a mission, but it messed up, and we didn't get it, and we end up just kind of wandering around, going, I don't know what we're supposed to do. But then we get down to debriefing and find out we've done the mission. Well, because the real version of us, the original version of us, was actually doing the mission.
We're actually doing the mission where y'all were just aimlessly wandering the hallways,
like
running
not knowing what we were supposed to do.
Y'all were just trying to get to the briefing room, and the guy who y'all know what you're doing, and y'all had no idea.
It was a lot of fun. I haven't run a game in a while. I've been mostly wanting to play.
Yeah.
And I don't get to play much at all. But I've been trying to get a regular group, but I don't have any I don't play with anyone yet. But I haven't run a game in a while, so I'm a little nervous about it. But I also like running a DM. I like running the game.
Yeah.
And I've run it quite a bit. Like with our group,
you're probably one of the better ones in our group as far as D&D.
I appreciate that.
You had a long running game with you with a modern system.
Yeah, we did D20
in,
Modern
like
back when it was a new thing.
Yeah, and that ran for a while.
That ran for a long time.
And
that's
probably the longest running game we ever had.
Yeah, y'all got pretty high level, and we actually wrapped up all your characters and kind of sent you all away.
And I can't even remember what I played in that game.
You played a hacker.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was
really
kind of a techie.
Like, greedy hacker.
Yeah, I was just, like, constantly stealing stuff.
It was a fun game. I'm excited. I'm gonna run 5th edition, which
I really like. We played it once.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed it.
We played it once, and I'm kind of relearning some of the basics of it. But I'm looking forward to running it. I have a story. I have the basic gist of what the framework of the campaign, but I just need to sit down and actually work out some of the mechanics and make sure I have my notes. It may be one of the things where, like, on the way there, I will be, like, scratching out all this stuff.
Yeah, just in the car reading.
I have a little time, but I'm going to be cutting close. But it's going to be a short game. It's going to be I'm thinking like a 2-hour
because, D&D, if you really want to put in a session, it's kind of an all-day thing. And we're not going to spend all day at the beach playing D&D. We're going to go
to the beach and have fun, do other games and
then
stuff,
we'll play for a couple hours.
Yeah, and while we have everyone getting.
I'm excited. We played 3rd edition for so long.
Yeah, we played 3rd edition.
3rd edition and transition to 3.5. Mm-hmm. And then 4th edition came out, and we kind of transitioned to it.
Yeah,
and 4th edition's okay.
I like 4th edition as from a DM point of view.
It's simple.
It's so great.
It's easy.
It's super easy.
Which is really nice.
It's nice for new players to jump into 4th edition.
It's very accessible.
But it's super accessible, and it's also really well. Just as a strategy tactics game, it's really good.
Yeah.
I didn't feel the flair for the character creation that I got out of 3rd.
I always felt like I was every time. See, in 3rd edition, my go-to character was a rogue.
Yeah.
Halfling rogue. That was my favorite thing to play. And, I had all kinds of variations of it. But I played one rogue in 4th edition. I was not into it.
Well, because of the way the system was set up, and with the little powers and stuff, and the cards and stuff, once they came out with a 3rd build for everything, it felt like you either did one way or the other.
Yeah.
And then, it felt like you either picked these options or these options. And, and it didn't really feel like your own, even though you could reflavor it to whatever you want, which is usually what I end up doing to try to make it more my own. But it still felt like there wasn't a lot of options. It just didn't feel like I was making my own unique character. They all felt like, if I made a monk, I either made it one way or the other. And once they came out with the 3rd build, it got a little better, but I still liked playing it. We played
we played it quite a bit. I had fun playing. It's just I didn't connect with a character. That's what I missed. And I had a good time playing with a friend, but I always felt like I was playing the same generic character. And that's okay if you just want to play. Mm-hmm. But I kind of missed. And when we got 5th edition, we played it a while back. And not long after it came out, and we just decided we wanted to do it, and Josh went and bought the starter kit, and we just started playing it, and immediately made a rogue, and I enjoyed it.
I made one of my favorite characters. I've only got to play it twice, and I'm a little disappointed, but I haven't played more. It's a really good character.
I got to make a character. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, you should. Okay, real quick, before we move off of D&D, because we've spent a while talking about it, you list your favorite characters. List your top 3 favorite characters you've made.
I've made?
Yeah.
Oh.
And if they have a name. I know you're notorious for showing up to the table without a name.
I hardly ever name my characters. See, except they end up with nicknames, or they end up with names I make up on the spot.
Even though, we're twins and we're very similar, we have very different approaches to how we play the game. I'm very much I love the story. I'm all about telling a story. It's all about, I always have some kind of a past, and I have an idea where I'm going to take this character, and that might change a lot as we go. But I got this general idea. I'm going to work with the DM to get to kind of set up this character for his arc, and I put a lot of time into coming up with backstories and names, and trying to find some cool thing about them. You I would call you an improvise. Like,
yeah, I like to
You're an
improvise.
improv D&D player.
Yeah.
Like, you pretty much show up with a basic set of character stuff.
Yeah,
and then you just...
He grows in the game.
Your character, like, I think you always said, until this campaign started, my character did nothing of note.
Yeah,
you just showed up at the table.
As far as I'm concerned, my guy was the most boring person ever until this game began.
Exactly.
And so
that's when his life began.
Yeah, so this is the point where he gets interesting. And up to that point, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And then after we stop playing him, it doesn't matter. But this is the point that his life is worth writing about.
Which is really cool, an interesting approach to it. It's like you're just you're improvising on the spot and kind of winging it in a way, but it's because I don't know. It's like you have to come up with things as you go.
Yeah, I like to kind of make decisions on the fly.
Yeah.
and then deal with them. Let it shape.
But with that in mind, give me your 3 characters.
Does it have to be D&D or can it be any role playing?
I'll let you go any role playing game.
Okay. Well, I had a pretty cool character. I can't remember if it was in the hero system or the BSM.
Big Eye, Small Mouth.
Yeah, that I didn't know what it stood for. I just remember the.
Yeah, it was like an anime.
I can't remember. We did one of those, but I had an assassin who it was kind of a super. We had like a superhero team kind of thing, and I had this assassin who was basically part of a government experiment.
I believe
that made him
was Hero System.
Was it Hero System?
Yeah,
that
Hero
made
System.
him invisible.
And
so as my character, we didn't play it very long, so I didn't get to fully flesh it out. But he was invisible to certain senses, and then as he got more powerful, he became more and more invisible. Yeah. And so he could just go up to people and just like slaughter them, and they no idea what happened.
In that game I played. Well, first I played as a speedster, a martial arts speedster who died.
Yeah,
I am notorious for playing characters that die.
Oh God, that was great.
But
that was where in that game where your character died is where the famous Rick David was born.
Yeah, Rick David.
Graham's notorious character.
Yeah, my I forget his name. It was Master something, but him and Rick David were friends. And when I died, I said to turn to Rick David as I was dying, and I say, "I enjoy our conversation."
Yeah, very racist.
I was referencing The Last Samurai.
Yeah,
which is just a whatever movie. But but I played. After that character died, I made a way better character. That character wasn't that good. A way better. He was a paraplegic. Who from the neck down paralyzed.
Oh yeah.
Who had insane amounts of telekinetic powers. Like
he just moved everything.
I couldn't move. I physically was unable to move or anything. I was wheelchair bound. Except I had so much telekinetic power that I could lift myself up and fly.
Yeah.
And rip holes in walls and do it. Yeah. Y'all came and broke me out of an asylum, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like had a Psycho Mantis look thing going. And that was a cool character.
Another character. I mean, I played a lot of rogues, and I can't even name one.
You have a name for one of them?
I couldn't even name one.
This is why I put you on the spot.
I did. There was one that I really enjoyed. I wanted to do something different.
A man needs a name.
We were doing like a pirates thing.
Oh yeah.
And I had I went the acrobatics route with the rogue, and that was pretty good.
I think we were all playing rogues,
and I was just robbing people. But I think that's all I did in that game.
I played the charismatic character. I was trying to be the captain.
And then, my last one, the only character I actually wrote a backstory with, and I still have it handwritten somewhere on a pad, was Gris Gunnar.
Yeah.
And he's a fighter.
This is the one that used the ginormous sword,
right? Yeah, he used the biggest sword in the game.
It's not entirely original.
No, I ripped off Berserk, Gus from Berserk.
Yeah.
And he had kind of a similar, it's not as weird as Berserk is.
That thing's weird.
He carried this biggest sword, really big sword, two-handed weapon, and he was really strong and stuff, and really fun. Didn't play very long because we were it was a Graham was running the game. It was a horror kind of
the horror campaign.
And it was
I died in that too.
It was really good.
It was good.
I really the setup was fantastic, and my whole thing was I had a backstory where like my family was slaughtered, and I was seeking this guy who did it, and I was trying to get revenge. and the first thing he does is like take away
everything,
everything that makes us really good. So my sword was gone, and I was like, so the whole game I was like, I gotta get my sword back, and it was great.
I played a necromancer in that game, and I died. I died at the beginning of that game, and I switched to an archer character, like a Green Arrow kind of guy.
I think that game it's also. It turns out that we never found out, but it turns out Josh was a doppelganger.
Yeah, somebody was a doppelganger who had been replaced.
I think it was Josh. He was replaced, and Graham let him in on it. But
who had also died and been replaced. I don't know if he died. He'd been kidnapped or whatever and been replaced.
Yeah.
And so he was playing a bad guy.
Yeah, we didn't. It never came to light.
It never came to light while we were playing. But
the setup for that game was fantastic, and we were just like terrified of a lot of stuff.
I have a lot of great characters. Let me think. I'm trying to think which ones I want to mention because there's a bunch.
Mm-hmm. There's the certain Slayer of Demons.
Oh yeah, Dogen, the Demon Slayer. He was a dwarf monk. Mm-hmm. He was a wrestler.
Yeah,
and
I focused everything into grappling.
I focused everything I had, all the feats and stuff. This was 3.5. I focused everything in the grappling stuff. So I could, if I got someone pinned, I could pin anything. It didn't matter if they were a giant. Yeah. If it was a dragon, I was going to try to pin it. Mm-hmm. And I had all this stuff to help boost my abilities to do that. And he was just a wrestling monk, a dwarf monk, and I had an 8 charisma. Mm-hmm. And so basically he had such a thick accent you couldn't understand a word he said. And all he didn't want to do was wrestle thing, and he was awesome. The reason he got the title Demon Slayer because we were playing Shackled City, Shackled City campaign, which is a pre-written first to 20th level campaign, which is really good. Yeah. I own it. I've tried to run it a couple times. Yeah. But anyway, there's a part where you get this quarterstaff that is like Demon's Bane, and because I could use Flurry of Blows with it, kicked ass with it, and it was amazing. We went and fought this massive demon who was like a big boss for this game. For the entire campaign, and I just went up and just beat the crap out of him, and he ran away. Yeah. And it was amazing, and that's one of my favorite characters. I see. I
have a booklet that has most of my characters.
Oh yeah,
in it.
I have them all for the most part somewhere. I have a book as well.
I'd have to dig through it. I don't know where it is right now, but
I found mine recently actually. Yeah. And then I have Varys Vox is one of my favorite. Mm-hmm. Is like 80-year-old wizard, and he was interesting. The whole thing with him is it turns out he's not as old as he looks. Yeah. He used to be an evil wizard. Yeah. He used to be an evil wizard who was basically on his path to lichdom. And he basically was looking to prolong his life. Well, he ended up we played that on 13th Age. There's a relatively new role-playing system, which we play-tested, actually. It was really
we play-tested.
So
our names are in the book.
Yeah, if you look in the 13th Age book, you'll see our names listed there as part of the playtesting, which was cool. And all because our brother signed us up for it.
Yeah, basically,
And I played a character called Varys Vox, who... In that game, you set up a background that's connected to one of the major 13 characters NPCs in the world, and I had this relationship with this high wizard where basically I became this powerful guy who was seeking ultimate power, and I got basically just beat down by a powerful wizard. Basically, I was stopped. I was a bad guy who got stopped, but because of all my power, he beat the crap out of me. He didn't kill me, but it basically drained all my power, and I had my power tied with my life force, trying to keep extend my life. Suddenly I looked like this shriveled old man, and so we started at first level, and I was this 80-year-old wizard, and they're like, well, how do you beat 80 years old in first level? Well, it's because I lost all my powers, and the whole story arc was him. I was going to have him gain back his power, and as he grows up in level, he gets younger, and the idea that he has to make the choice of, am I going to become evil again, or am I gonna? And he was an asshole. He was just like a jerk. But I was kind of had this arc of I could go either way, and I had this big plan. I was really like that character. And then if I had to pick, I had another character who was a con artist. He was a warlock. I forget his name, but he was a doppelganger warlock. And basically a con artist. And I got my powers through conning a fae. creature. I conned them, and they didn't realize I was an Oppelganger. And I basically went on conning people. And when at the beginning of the campaign, I had just been a preacher at a church that I set up, and then I decided I got bored with it, and I was like, no. So I took the coffers and left. In fact, and changed my appearance, and then left and joined the party. And then we get a quest in the game to find the missing preacher, which was me. And I'm like, no, we don't need to do this quest. This isn't worth our time. And I had this whole 10-year backstory of all these cons I'd pulled in all these big cities.
Nice.
Where I'd one city I had run for mayor but got scandaled and left.
Yeah.
And in another city I had built up a reputation as a Robin Hood type guy who didn't actually give money to the poor. And
just
actually, in that major city, there were still rumors. Most of the major crimes in the city were still being blamed on me, even though I wasn't there anymore.
That's
and
funny.
That was a great character. That was the most I've ever written for a character. I had like 3 or 4 pages of just back history.
Oh wow!
I had
the most I ever written is a half a page.
Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me though, we did play a one shot for Apocalypse. What's the Apocalypse World? I think. Yeah. Gamma World.
Gamma World, yeah.
Gamma World. That's what we played.
Well, we played both, but yeah.
Is that the one we played with Trey?
That was that was Apocalypse World.
Apocalypse World.
Mm-hmm. I played Silent.
Yeah, I played a really fat.
You played
a
tow truck driver.
Tow truck driver who was like a mechanic and stuff, and it was probably he had a
really
pistol,
funny.
and it's like the one point I wasn't even in the fight. I was sitting up on the cliff
hanging out.
And they were like, "Oh, we gotta lower this car," because Graham played a driver who. Only good if he's in his car.
He couldn't do anything unless he was in his car.
Terrible if he wasn't in his car.
Yeah.
So
he had to
the
be in
fight
his car
was
to
down
be able
this
to shoot.
cliff. So what we did is I had a tow truck and I just
lowered him.
Had his car hooked to it. And we lowered him down.
Yeah.
And so as he's going down, he's fighting, and then he ended up falling and stuff. And it's really funny.
I played because Trey played a cult leader.
Yeah.
And I was part of his congregation as his right-hand man. I was also a psychopath.
Yeah.
I was completely covered in scars, and I was basically wrapped up in bandages at all time. I didn't have a nose. You could tell I was completely mutilated underneath. And I was completely covered in bandages with a big hat. And I was mute. I never spoke, and I was called Silent. And I was basically you were
basically his hitman.
I was basically his hitman.
Anyone who gave you trouble, you would just go and kill them.
Yeah, it was basically we got a problem, and I go murder people.
Yeah,
and it was really, and I didn't really intend to start off intending to play him that way, but that's just kind of how they rolled.
Yeah,
and so I was just the murder guy.
Yeah, and Trey was hilarious. That was probably the funniest role playing I ever seen.
He was so much fun.
He was Josh played a female character, and he was just completely flabbergasted, infatuated, and he was just like, "Oh my!" And it was really funny. But he never would leave his church.
No, he wouldn't do it. He would just be like,
"Oh no,
I have people to do that.
I have congregations to go, and he would send his people, and that would be it.
Usually me and some few other people, and I go murder.
It was really funny.
Anyway. that was oh man, I'm excited about playing it because I enjoyed all kinds of. I have tons and tons of stories of us.
I mean, we could spend the whole episode.
Yeah, we could spend several episodes,
and we didn't even plan to do it on this.
No,
episode.
we didn't.
It
just came up.
Burned through
30 minutes in, and we didn't talk about D&D.
But
we have a long history of playing D&D, and we intend to keep doing it at some point. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope I got a few tricks up my sleeve. I'm hoping about it. I guess I'll talk about it next week on how it went.
Yeah, and I'll tell you if you did good or not.
Okay, I appreciate the feedback.
Okay,
but only if it's positive.
Talking about playing games, I started to play a game yesterday. Yeah. The TIS 100.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's a tough.
That's
a little puzzle game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the people who did
same
Space Kim and Infinifactory.
Yeah.
And which I really love.
I like all those games.
I played Space Cam a little bit, but I have a little trouble wrapping my head around that one. So I haven't played it a lot.
I started with Space Cam.
Yeah,
and I played through that whole game. It gets pretty tough.
Yeah, I did Infinifactory. It was the first one I played, and I loved that game. But yeah, I loaded it up, and I started to read the manual, but then I got distracted. So I haven't played it yet, but I'm probably going to try to play it.
That game, it requires a lot of mathematical thinking.
Yeah.
And I like it. It scratches a weird itch, but I like it. I need to go back to it at some point when I feel like putting forth that much mental power to play a game.
It seems interesting.
I like a game that you have to work really hard mentally to figure something out.
Games.
I love good puzzle games.
Good puzzle games are great. Especially ones like that where you're building something.
You're making something and trying to achieve something.
And you're trying to, and I it's puzzle with
it's like, it can be so frustrating trying to work your way through it, but once you do it, it's so satisfying.
That's why I love it.
It's just like working through all these problems, and then just like hitting the button and it works. Yeah. And you're like, it's so gratifying.
Yeah, the moment of satisfaction.
Yeah, I know we've talked about both those games on this podcast before.
I believe you have. I think so.
Pretty early we were talking about
briefly, at least.
But it's
but those are great. But yeah, news. Shall we get?
Yeah, let's get into some news before we run out of time.
Okay. So E3 was a week ago. Last week.
Last week. There's still. Well, before we dive into more of the E3 stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to really briefly, we're recording this on Thursday, and I saw a thing today that the N64 turned 20.
Yes.
20 years old today.
And we had it when it came out.
And we had one when we came out.
We got it for Christmas.
We got it. Did we get that one for Christmas?
Well, I think it was kind of a... We picked it and got it for Christmas kind of thing. It was a shared gift for all of us.
It was shared between it because we got it and it came with the Super Mario 64, which I remember blowing my mind.
Yes, it did. It was our first real experience with 3D.
Yeah, like a 3D
game. And it just, I just was just baffled, Mario being
three-dimensional. We were used to, I was blown away with Super Mario RPG. Yeah. Isometric. It was the first isometric game I played. Yeah. And I was like, this looks so great. It looks so real. It looks like a three-dimensional space. And then I played 64, and I was like, whoa!
Yeah.
And I was
now looking back at it, we're like...
It doesn't look that good.
It looks terrible. I remember the same thing happening when I played Half-Life for the first time. And I was just like, this game is... look at the pixels. It's so great.
And at the same time, you're going, how can they make anything better than that? And then you look at Half-Life 2, or you look at stuff like Fallout 4. Yeah. And you're like, wow, this looks amazing.
It leaps and bounds.
And even then, I'm almost desensitized to it in a way, but you're like, oh, that looks really good, but I'm not at that quite the level of just being blown away by it.
And it's funny because I can't even play... last time I tried to play a game on the 64, it hurt my eyes.
Oh, yeah?
Because if the pixels were... It wasn't big enough to be like, pixel art and
then you're blowing up on a...
Yeah, but it was... small enough to where I could just... It's felt grainy to me. And I was just like, oh...
You gotta sit back away from
things. Of course, it could have been the TV I was playing. I was playing at someone else's house, but that was years ago. But a lot of good games on the 64.
I played the 64 not that long ago. My friend Olivia, she has it. My buddy Olivia, she has a 64, and we would play. We'd play Mario Party, the original.
Yeah.
And
good game.
Yeah, and then we would play a little Smash Brothers, I think, and then also she got to playing the Super Mario 64 through it again.
Yeah,
and I was helping her do stuff, helping her get through parts that she was having trouble with. Because
Did you remember where all the stuff was?
I remember a lot. I remembered a lot because I had also replayed it on the DS too. But Anyway, so happy birthday to the Nintendo 64. We loved you when we knew you.
Yeah. We played you.
Anyway,
all right,
let's talk some news.
Okay. So E3 was a week ago. There's still some stuff we didn't cover from it.
Lay it on me. What do we got?
Well, let's see. Let's start with the Last Guardian.
Last Guardian, yeah.
From the makers of Ico. Was their first game, and then their next game was Shadows of Colossus.
Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus.
I never played Ico, but I played Shadow of Colossus. And
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus, sorry. Is a gorgeous game.
It was a great game.
It was
a lot of fun.
Really good.
I was a little disappointed on one part of it.
Yeah, you're talking about the tower.
I'm talking about the tower, yeah. They have this whole setup, and you leave this tower. And
see, I never
the whole thing is the climbing mechanism, where you fight these giant monsters, and the whole thing is by climbing up on them and finding weak points to stab.
Yeah.
And so it's a climbing game, and it's figuring out where to go. Well, you can climb the side of this tower, but if you build up your stamina as you play, and I thought, oh, this big deal of getting your stamina high enough that you can climb to the top of this tower and find what's up there. And what was up there was basically nothing.
Yeah.
So I worked really hard in the game, even though it's such a great game, just to get to the top of that tower.
See, I never did it, and you told me there's basically
there is
nothing.
something up there, but it's not. You might as well not even.
Yeah, and so I never tried it.
It wasn't worth it.
But anyway, they've been working on their games since they released Shadow Colossus, which was like 2005.
Yeah.
It's
been
they've
like
been
9
working
years or something like that. Yeah.
They've been working on a new game, and the last
there were a lot of rumors.
For a long time, it was thought to be canceled.
Yeah.
And it was
there
was no news because they've been making it for 9 years. So it is happening. It is coming out. And it comes out this year, October 20. I had it written down here. Oh, October 25th.
Okay.
So it's coming out. It looks interesting.
Yeah, I may have to check it out.
I'm curious to see.
Yeah,
good.
It looks interesting. It looks cool. It's got some.
I'm just worried because they've been making it for so long. I'm worried that it might be dated because they started 9 years ago, and then
it depends.
It
looks cool. It looks like it's got some cool puzzle stuff going on.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
It looks interesting. I'm intrigued by it.
So we'll probably be playing that in October. Let's see. There's a lot of announcements. A lot of games announced. Watch Dogs 2 was announced.
I didn't play Watch Dogs 1. I watched Josh play it a little bit. It looked okay.
Yeah. So that they announced a God of War game.
Yeah. Don't care.
Kratos is back in it, but he's playing.
Was he out of it?
Well, no, I don't know. I don't think
he is the God of War, right? He is
the God of War, and that makes sense. I think I played the first one a little bit.
I don't think I've played any of them.
But for a while, I don't think they knew what to do with him because he basically was just killing all the gods.
Yeah.
And once you kill all the gods, what else is he going to do? But apparently, he's fighting Norse gods this time.
Oh, okay.
So that's the whole.
Wait, we have other pantheons.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, wait. So he's traveling north to fight Norse gods.
Okay.
Apparently. So and I think he has a kid or something in it.
There's
like
a
secondary character mechanic to it now. So that's kind of interesting.
That is kind of, I guess so, if you care about that kind of thing.
If you kind of, yeah. Let's see, was there any other thing? There's, Super Hot VR announced.
Yeah, that's an intriguing idea.
Oh, wait, I think we talked about that last
Did we talk about it?
I think we mentioned it.
We probably did.
I don't think it should have been
Time has passed, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it already. The whole meta-ness of that is just fantastic. Let's see, what else we got? Dead Rising 4? Coming out?
We talked about that, didn't we?
We talked about the rumor. There was a rumor that it had leaked. But it is official now.
Yeah.
It'll be out sometime in the holidays. Yeah. Around the holidays. You're playing Frank West, the main character from the first game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Looks ridiculous.
Is he going on? I haven't watched anything about it yet.
Oh my god!
Does it?
It looks.
I like the
absurd.
first one a lot.
Yeah. It's such a. It doesn't take itself seriously, and I like that. And the new one looks just crazy, and it's kind of got a Christmassy theme in the trailer, and I'm guessing it's coming around on Christmas, but it just it looks funny. It looks crazy. Yeah. And I didn't play much of the other ones, but I might try to pick this one
I played the first one a lot, and I liked it, and then the other ones just didn't ever really caught my interest.
Yeah.
Just, I want to switch gears a little bit. And I know you probably got more E3 stuff. I got a mountain of E3
stuff. Some stuff not E3, but it's just random.
I got this week. Yacht Club Games announced more details about the new Shovel Knight update.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Though you got the next update's gonna be Spectre Knight. Of course, they didn't put a release date. I thought, oh man, it's gonna have a release date, but no, not yet. They haven't put one out yet. But they did put out showing the movements. What the Spectre Knight's going to look like. One they kind of, in the game, you played through the whole
I played
game.
through,
Spectre Knight, he's big and flying. Well, they shrunk him to the size of the other one.
Oh, okay.
And he runs around and he does a dash attack and he can climb walls. He's got a wall grab thing going. And it's really cool mechanics. But they've also announced a bunch of extra things that they're going to release, kind of like they with Plague Knight, they released Challenge Mode.
Yeah.
Well, they're also going to release other modes. There's one, it's like a battle mode, where it's a single screen. It's not going to be on the portable version, but like on the PC and the console version, it'll be a single screen multiplayer, like I guess competing through the levels or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So you can, I guess, play different characters.
Is it kind of like the multiplayer Mario, where you're going through the level together?
I think it's the way because it's called battle mode. It seems like it's more competitive, like you're trying to beat each other. I'm not really sure, but then they showed some stuff. I also saw a GIF of the movement. A GIF.
I think it's pronounced GIF.
Yeah, well, that's an argument we can save for another time. Of the that they put up. The next one's going to be King Knight.
Yeah.
And which at first I was like, what?
King
It's
Knight
King Knight. He doesn't.
He's
the first boss in the game, and he doesn't do a lot. And I'm like, okay, what are you going to shoot confetti all the time? Well, no, his movement stuff looks really cool.
Oh yeah.
One, he's very dapper.
Oh yeah.
And he's got his big cape and scepter and stuff. Well, he does this like really cool spin jump thing.
Oh really?
And I was like, oh, that looks really cool. So I'm actually kind of excited about that. So like. And it's all free. Like you own the game.
If you own the game, you will get
all
these
the update and DLC stuff is free as part of the Kickstarter. Like, I honestly think it's like the most successful like Kickstarter, like as far as like doing a Kickstarter, raising money, and then actually delivering something of quality.
Yeah,
like, there's been a lot of them that either never get delivered, or when they do come out, they're not good, or people are very disappointed.
Just this week, this week or earlier, just recently, Mighty Number 7 or Number 9, a game.
Yeah, I had not heard of it
by like 60,000 people.
Yeah. Apparently not good.
It hasn't buzz or what everyone's saying. Not good. It was kind of a mess when it launched, and some people weren't getting their codes and stuff. So I didn't read too much detail.
It didn't really interest me a lot. Like, I don't know. I just didn't hook me because it looks like a Mega Man type clone.
Yeah,
it's like
it looks like a Mega Man thing, and but it didn't apparently not going over very well. It's just very mediocre. But I did read something interesting about it. That the credits for the game are 4 hours long. I
saw that
because they list everyone that on the Kickstarter, and
they list all the Kickstarters,
60-something thousand people.
You can imagine that poor guy who had to put that together.
No kidding, and make sure it was all right and spell checked and all that stuff.
That's awful.
Someone got paid to do that.
Maybe, yeah.
I would hope. Not an intern.
Yeah.
I bet I would not doubt if someone hid the message in there. That's the way to do it. It's 4 hour credits.
No one's gonna watch it.
No one's gonna watch it. You can hide whatever you want in there. Steam controller gets an update.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it got an update where I haven't messed with it to try it out, but the latest drivers or whatever for it allow you to customize all the buttons.
Yeah, yeah, I did see
so
that.
That's kind of interesting.
Cool.
I have to play with that.
I don't know if I'll mess with it much, but yeah, that's cool.
It opens customization for all the buttons, so that's cool.
That's the other thing. I couldn't remember the name of the other thing for the Shovel Knight update, because the battle mode is in one of the other ones. I don't know if it'll come out with Spectre Knight or King Knight, but it's a body swap.
Body swap,
which I don't know. I'm not sure if that means like you play Shovel Knight with Plague Knight's abilities, or I'm not really sure what it means. But I really couldn't find anything else that explained what that was. It just said, "Oh, we're gonna have a mode called Body Swap." I'm like, what is that?
Yeah,
and I couldn't find any more detail about it. But
well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. I'm excited. I love Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight's really good.
Any more content out of them? Even if I had to pay, I'd probably buy into that stuff. But the fact that it's free is amazing.
Yeah.
They're doing great stuff.
Another game that was announced.
Oh yeah.
From the makers of South Park. The South Park game.
Oh, you're gonna say?
Yes, I will say it.
You'll say the name?
South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
and the funniest thing is, I did this. We were at Gary's a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about stuff that had been announced, and he said, "Yeah, the new South Park game, Fractured Butthole." And I said, I did not realize. I'd read the name like 2 or 3 times to myself, like this red name. I was like,
"Yeah, it's written,
that's
but,
a weird kind of title." But yeah, and I was like, "Wait, it's and when he said it out loud, I went, "Oh, that's so great!" Fractured Butthole.
Have you watched the trailer for it?
I have not.
Oh
no,
my god!
I didn't play the Stick of Destiny or Stick of Truth or whatever it's called.
But this one makes fun of.
It's like superhero stuff, right?
It's superhero. You play superheroes, and the whole thing is making fun of Marvel Cinematic Universe. And stuff.
Nice.
The whole thing is Cartman is trying to create a cinematic universe within all their heroes. So the game trailer is just him like, all right, guys, here's the plan. He's got the big faces on the board, and it's great. And it's just,
I need to watch it then.
And there's all kinds of little jokes. And then the whole thing is that the team, all the people get divided into two teams, so they have their civil war, like the Marvel Civil War. But then Cartman they're all like griping. It's like, the Civil War is not supposed to happen until Phase 3. It's just filled with so many little jokes.
I'll have to watch it. It sounds pretty funny.
It made me laugh pretty hard.
The title amused me greatly as a child. With the humor of a child.
Yes.
Well, but it just caught me off guard because I read it like several times in different places. I saw the name, and it just didn't register until Gary said it out loud, and I went, "Oh, that's so great!"
The Fractured Butthole.
Because
it's written whole. Like WHOLE.
Fractured, but whole.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, it's funny. Fun stuff. Can we talk about Civ 6 now?
Oh yes, let's go ahead and do that. Yes.
Yeah, I want to talk
Civ
about
6.
Civ 6 coming out in this fall.
Yes.
They put out some more information about it. You said there was a video.
There is a video.
I haven't seen the video.
There's a video from the demo of E3.
At E3? Oh, I need to go watch that. I watched that very quickly.
And it looks. I didn't watch a lot of it. I just watched to kind of get a general idea. But I was reading the article. So in the old games, you had your city, which was like one tile.
Yeah,
and
one
then
tile.
You would
everything was
around it. Well, apparently the new one, it's got like
districts.
Yeah. So your city will actually be bigger than one tile.
Yeah, your city will take up multiple tiles, but each tile has a certain district, so they add different. So you can't just like stockpile on nothing but production tiles, because then your people start starving, kind of thing. So you got to have a weird mix. So it sounds like they're really shaking it up. I'm really excited about it.
They're making some changes to it, which is good. I really love.
Let's be honest. Even if they just put out an updated Civ 5, I probably would have been fine.
Oh yeah, I probably would have been too.
I enjoy the Civ games a lot, but I'm really excited that they're shaking it up and trying to come up with new ways to make it.
Which is good, because we both got, the space one.
Beyond Earth?
Beyond Earth, Civilization Beyond Earth. Mm-hmm. And I was bored. It was
okay.
I didn't play it very much, because I just, it was the same game, but it had a different aesthetic.
My problem with that game, it's the same game.
I don't know, it just didn't quite work
aesthetic.
for me.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but it the world is very brutal to you.
Yes.
Some of the creatures you run into. But the thing that I think kind of killed it for me was the tech tree was almost unparsable.
Yeah, it's just weird.
It's just weird, spiraling outward sphere,
and it just didn't
as opposed to a timeline. And it's cool because they were trying to do something different as opposed to a historical timeline. But it was confusing. I didn't understand what I was getting into most of the time.
Yeah,
and they all had these weird future tech names and stuff. And
it was hard to see the progression.
Yeah,
you couldn't really tell if I get this, I get this, I get this.
Yeah, it was hard to see the progression and how you develop and then every single one of them I was looking at and having to read everything in it just to understand what am I getting with this, as opposed to the
Bronze.
wheel. I get the wheel. I can make a chart now.
Yes,
or I can ironworks. I can make swords and stuff like that.
They're pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, this I had to read all of it to figure out what it is. What is this biotech stuff do for me?
Back to Civ 6, they've shown what. Okay, so all the other games, the America's character, the person who represents America, it's always been Lincoln or George Washington.
George Washington, yeah.
Those are the two. The big president.
Uh-huh.
Well, the new one has a different one.
Yeah.
And it's Teddy Roosevelt.
That's an interesting choice.
And I think it's a great choice.
It wouldn't have been my choice.
What would your choice been?
I would have gone for...
Obama?
No, I wouldn't have gone for Obama. I would have gone for Probably FDR.
Well, FDR appears in one of the games, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember which
FDR,
one,
I think, is a strong choice, just because, he's served so many terms.
Yeah.
So it fits within how long he reigned as opposed to how long you reign as a civilization.
Yeah.
I think he would have been a good choice.
I just
Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland. LBJ.
Taft.
Yeah,
he got stuck in his tub. I mean, he should.
Yeah, but I think Teddy Roosevelt's a great choice.
It's an interesting choice. It's a very more brash. I think.
I just want to be speak quietly, carry a big stick kind of guy in the game. And it feels like it fits to me.
It seems like a game. It's a good
like
choice.
It fits, and so I'm curious to see how it seems humorous.
I'm curious to see what the other civilization, if they've shift them up and shake them up a little bit.
Maybe.
I'm sure they do.
They probably.
They seem to be shaking up a lot for this game, so I'm intrigued. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It comes out in October, I think.
Oh, really? I didn't see a date on it.
I don't know. I remember thinking it was in the fall.
Yeah.
So, but I could be wrong because all my wires get crossed easily.
Yeah. Well, there's always a lot of games in the fall.
Civ 6, cool stuff. I need to go watch the video and get more excited about it.
Yeah. Let's see. I have other random announcements.
Yeah. Well, I know we talked about briefly before going on the show. We talked about there's tons and tons of stuff coming out at E3, but we talked about what might be coming out, and one of the big things we were excited about and hoping to hear from was about
Red Dead,
the new Red Dead game. But it seems was Rockstar not even at E3?
I don't know.
I meant to research it, but I
don't know because there was nothing from them or anything. So I guess they weren't. If they were, they didn't have a big presence. They didn't announce anything, and that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, Take-Two was supposed to be at E3, but I don't remember seeing anything.
Yeah, I guess
I don't remember seeing
there was
anything.
no announcement for Red Dead Redemption, or Red Dead 2. So I'm guessing either the rumors were wrong or maybe it just wasn't ready to show. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm hoping.
Hold on, I'm doing on-air research at the moment. So,
okay.
I'm trying to see what
some other stuff while you're looking it up. There's a new flying...
Okay, they were there, but I guess I just missed the news about it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Did they say anything?
Let me see. What's it say? Go away. Ad. Close. Many Red Dead Redemption fans were hoping to get a glimpse at the highly anticipated RDR sequel, Red Dead Redemption 2, but at the Electronic Expo E3.
Nothing.
However, they were left disappointed when Rockstar Games did not launch nor reveal any information about the game's sequel. So they didn't announce anything.
Yeah, basically no. Which is disappointing. But I'm sure something will come up eventually. Because they're making it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they are. Because why wouldn't they be? Moving on.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's a lot of rumors about why they didn't show...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything interesting out there?
A lot of people think it might have to do with the shooting. The Orlando shooting, okay. But I don't know. I don't know how true any of that is. Apparently, according to them, it's not true.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like a stretch, maybe. I don't know. So this might interest you.
Mm-hmm.
A new game, a space flight game, with civilization building and exploration.
These are all things I enjoy.
It's dual universe. Have you heard about this?
Mm-mm.
It's kind of seems the take seems to be a MMO, No Man's Sky.
Okay.
So that's kind of what it seems to be. But it's got elements. It's a space flight game. It's still looks pretty rough right now. It didn't look. It's still like a work in progress.
Yeah.
But it's kind of intriguing. But it all has the. You go and find a planet and explore it and build civilizations and stuff. It seems to be boasting pretty big. It's like, this is going to be all this. But
Is it one of the things where it's like Peter Molyneux moment?
Will they live up to what they're
promising?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like buy our game early because we're gonna give you something big.
Yeah.
That
so that
really
seems to be
weird
what
it
might be. But I thought you might be interested.
I am interested. What was the name again?
Dual Universe.
Dual Universe. I'll have to check it out.
So check that out. And but it's kind of got a crafting mechanic, like you can build your ship.
Okay.
And it also has supposedly exploration and civilization building.
Yeah.
So
I was just about to look at it.
Yeah, whether it delivers or not, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I have to check it out. It's not like everything I want out of a game.
Yeah. Stardew Valley is coming to Xbox One and PS4.
That's cool. I already have it on PC.
And Wii U. So more people can enjoy the farming.
That's cool. I'm glad other people can enjoy it, but I already have it on PC.
Yeah,
and I love it there.
Microsoft officially announced their new Xbox.
Yeah, Scorpio.
Well, they're Scorpio and the Xbox One.
Oh
S.
yeah. They
have a slim version of it.
Yeah. I saw pictures of it. It looked sleek.
Yeah, which also I think adds 4K. It's a little more powerful.
Oh, nice.
It adds 4K
well, that's nice.
Support.
That's a big step up.
Yeah, and then Scorpio is their next thing.
The next one,
and it's supposed to be like the most powerful console that's ever been built.
Nice.
Whether they live up to that, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? They say stuff like that.
Supposedly, Todd Howard had over at Bethesda had a big hand in basically swaying Microsoft to kind of basically put out a new console every year.
Yeah,
or so.
like the Apple model.
Yeah, going with the Apple model. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
I don't know how well it works.
I don't know. It's because I think the price would need to come down a little bit.
Yeah, it would need to be cheaper.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about marketing electronics.
The reason phones work that once a year is that they have subscription.
Yeah,
or
so
a contract.
You can get a price by getting a contract or whatever. But
yeah, I don't know if it'd work.
Yeah,
with that. But we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't own one yet, so maybe one day I will.
I mean, there's nothing swaying me to buy another console.
Yeah.
I mean, the new Zelda game is tempting me to get
that game looks good.
Whatever the Nintendo's next system will be. So maybe, but until then, no, I'm not interested.
It's a wait and see moment.
Yeah, I like my PS4, and that's about all I need.
I was gonna say something, but I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
It's okay. It probably wasn't important. It probably wasn't interesting.
Yeah.
Steam Summer Sale I think started today.
Did it?
I was literally about to look at it, and then I got distracted with something, and I didn't ever pull it up. But I think it's probably open on my desktop right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to
look at it. I don't need to because it'll make me spend money.
Yeah.
But I'm always interested.
Well, you spend money, and I'll just play your games.
You'll just check my games out.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot lately.
I'll take care of you. Don't worry. You can ride my coattails.
You be my sugar daddy.
That's not how like that.
My gaming sugar daddy.
Let's just stop that now.
I need the games, Daniel. I need the games.
Well, anyway, as always, you can go to our website at deafnedumb.com. DEAFN dumb DUMB.com.
Subscribe to us.
You can subscribe there. You can find a link to subscribe to us on iTunes or Google Play or whatever you want to do. Or you can watch.
Well, there's no link of Google Play on the website.
There isn't?
No.
Well, why not? They won't let us.
It's not in the.
It's not in the
the template.
Stuff.
I mean, I'm sure I could add it. I just don't know how yet.
There is a link to subscribe to us on iTunes. Just like us on Facebook, Twitter, follow whatever.
If you're doing Google Play, just search for us.
We're out there. We're in the world. As always, new episodes every Monday.
Follow us on Twitter. And
we'll update you on stuff. And so hopefully next week we'll be back from the beach.
Yeah,
hopefully
follow
with
us on
no
Twitter.
sun.
I'm probably going to try to post pictures of us playing games.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So,
if you
if you get on Twitter, you can see what we're playing on the day.
Our Facebook page. Yeah, see what we're up to.
I'm trying to get in a better habit of doing that.
We may tease you with a little bit of our buddy Graham.
Yes.
And we'll see how things are. We'll give you some update on what we're doing and what we're playing, and maybe you'll get a preview of what we'll talk about. And hopefully next week we'll have lots of things to talk about. And hopefully have a decent tan. Hopefully not a sunburn. Wear sunscreen as always. I wear sunscreen just to walk outside.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I just don't go outside.
You're not that white.
I'm
pretty white.
Pretty white.
Parts of me are pretty white.
Yeah, but okay. Let's not go into what parts.
Yeah.
as always, thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.